Alrighty then. Yeah. How is everything? We are live. We are doing more of the Final Fantasy stuff today. Me and the wife going through the MSQ. Hope everyone's had a good, safe week. Texas looks like it's going to get hit with some rain and some weirdness, so, but the weather's bipolar.
Okay, we have sound.
Yep. Okay. So now we're going to continue our MSQ and we're going to go this way. Oh yeah, there's a ramp up that way. And my bunny honey. Last night we did get Alan Wake's Chapter 5 done. So that game will get finished later this week.
Tuesday night is Bloodborne.
More Bloodborne!
We have adjusted our times to 7:30, right?
Ish.
On weeknights?
Yeah, I think so.
We'll pretty much be on sometimes between 7 and 7:30.
And maybe even a few other times depending on my Bloodborne itch. So. Alright. My character is ill-suited for this weather. Look at this. She's got a mini skirt, leather boots, this obvious club-inspired top. I mean, yeah. I am Marcus. Yes, a body. Of course, there are so many bodies of late. I apologize for this. If you seek a place of burial, then there's an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. Yeah, because I'm gonna lay a because I'm carrying a body in my bag that's now like flowers, and that makes all the sense. But yeah, all this makes sense. So. Using it. Video game logic's amazing. There we go. Alright. Oh, I gotta click it again this way.
Yeah, you have to click it there.
After I drop it, just like right there, I'm like, oh, ka-glunk! My character is obviously not respectful to the bodies. I have about as much respect for a body as a D&D character. May they walk in Thal's realm. What, missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Orchid?
Sister O.
Sister O! Has been so kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I do not know why, though. Pardon me, you'll find Sister Orchid. I'm going to say Orchid. Or within church walls. I cannot. Man, they need to make these more pronounceable to people who are not, like, British or some shit. I hear you've done us a service for burying fallen souls. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when you next see him. You seek knowledge of missing dry bone inhabitants? It is true I am closer to the people than any of the order. I can find them, and they and me, and when we wish to speak to their keeper Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marcus would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scar runs deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. That's called necrophilia. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received words not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense to his conduct. I must have words of Marcus, and soon. Yes, right. I'm going back down the drive bill. The dog is just wanting all of your eyes. She's sitting there scratching at you.
I think she likes the Coke flavor that's still on it.
Maybe. Oh god, this dog on caffeine, that is not good. Thank you. Burial is not easy. Even when the departed is a stranger, were you able to learn anything missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy lately, haven't you? Oh look, it's Danny. Papa watches. A pleasure.
Don't foreshadow.
Huh?
Don't foreshadow.
Papa watches. It's just like you, Pastor Spider-Man. A pleasure, my dear Ilsenberg. My name is Stanker, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what became of these missing persons and why. I too spoke to Augustus Gloop, no, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service of the gods. That's called confession. Prostration, I almost said prostitution. Prostration, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take pious unawares of those who taste confession? The good sisters Orkin, she wouldn't, she couldn't. Even the most beautiful rose has thorns, my friend, and you should be wise to keep an eye on this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper, Marcus, I swear to 12, I've seen that face somewhere before.
Okay, I'm gonna say something. Y'all can see our back table. I have a lot of my planting stuff on there ahead of side brought because of rain. But y'all might see a bottle with dirt in it. My son was collecting roly polies today.
I don't think they care.
It's just random. There's a random bottle with dirt sitting on our table with no lid. His roly polies probably got out.
Was that not an upgrade for me? What?
It wasn't an upgrade for me either.
That's weird. It has a higher dex and vitality, but has no determination. Is that why he doesn't think that?
What?
What does it look like? Oh, yeah, no, it looks like poop. My girl needs to either look beautiful or like a whore or nothing. Okay.
Hey, you said simply with your wife.
Yeah, I did. Sister Orkin, it cannot be, even though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and is uncommon for speaking to the children, but no, it couldn't be. She couldn't. I grow weird with these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray, seek out the boy, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orkin's activities. Alright. We're going north again. This way? No, this way. Oh. Where are you?
I went the wrong way. I was coming.
Wait. Yeah, come to me. Ah, son of a tiddlywink. Where are you going?
I'm coming to you.
You're like taking the most awful route.
Your face is an awful root.
Yeah, I'll remember that when you want me to, you know. Can you get over it? No.
It's spiky. That's probably why.
Or they built an invisible wall there. Oh, look. You figured out how to move.
Okay, what are you doing?
She's staring out the window.
She's got her back foot on the beanbag chair and her front foot on the window sill.
Yeah. Because she's a weird dog. She's a strange dog.
Stranger dogs.
stranger danger. Something nobody in this game has. Oh, stranger comes in. Let's have them do all of our chores.
Why are you smelling my purse? Oh, I know. I'm peppermint from there. I thought we just smell.
Ah, itchy nose. Please, please, Sister Auckland went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about the on the order on the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing. She went looking for it. But what if the monster outside hurt her? Please find her. Yeah, just standing in this torrential down the shore. He lost a shiny thing.
Like he's been in Neverland.
Yeah, but alright, but look how wet this shit is right now. I mean, why are you standing out there, dumbass? Oh, the purple goop. There we go. Yay, I got an achievement. Oh, you're the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived and you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke to child? Well, yes, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. And then we go back to Drybone. I go to sleep. Ah, the Regalia. 4-seater mount.
So sweet. Play awesome music when you're in there.
Oh, it plays like the music from Cindy's garage. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. God forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her. Should you require a rest? Why am I yawning?
How are those pants not better?
Searching for mementos of orphans and risking her own well-being and doing so, certainly not the dastardly deed Sankar would have us believe. Let's see if my pants are better. And they're not. Weird. I don't know, I get to wear this nice little number for a little bit longer. Isambard seems to have a message for you from Tancred. Okay, what is it? Well, I'm glad I reserved the inn room for Sister Orkin. It seems she received great injuries from her attacker. And she initially let on. Thankfully, she is suspected to make a full recovery. Yay! But now to the matter at hand, Tancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he'd be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Yeah, they're probably getting sacrificed, yo. I mean, come on. Oh, now the rain stopped. I'm gliding again.
I'm 27. What level are you?
27. Almost 28.
I'm almost 28 too. I think you caught up.
Maybe. Here's what I know. This is level 19. We're almost to level 20 quest, which is the important quest part because level 20 quests are the ones that get you to where you can get your mount and the jobs, which are the more advanced than the classes. So you get more abilities, better abilities, and most importantly, I get to play guitar.
I do you in a restaurant, but so you don't have to cook the intermission thing. You just walk the paperwork and doors right there. You know what? There's some Post-it notes. And you can just walk it, read the quest, because I'll be there with you. Yeah.
Hold on a second.
You can still read the quest.
Go.
Also, the doors. So don't get that one wrong. Tell you when I'm ready to start. Okay.
Alright. Aye, there you are, Captain. Good, so good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orkin. Isambard said her wounds were serious. Why am I yawning so much? What the fuck? I would seem suspicious about the poor robes were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps they suspicious, they were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orkin near the Gold Bazaar, a band of Malja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as I can, but, well, let's just say I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain there. This, of course, brings me to why I request you, dear Catherine, would you be so kind as to look inside? Okay. Alright. So, we are going to go down over here, and this should take us to either the next. This should take us to either the next dungeon, or it should start our first trial.
You should be alright.
While you're right there, can you let the dogs out?
Yeah.
Because that one's acting like a fool. What's this?
For when you need to cover the camera.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Okay.
Do you need a potty?
Alright, yeah, let them dum-dums out. Whoa! Man, what a day. I don't know what the hell.
I know you haven't done anything today. It's your day off.
I know, it's weird.
Just household stuff.
Yeah, household stuff is dumb. Alright, so we're gonna go this way.
Let me turn around.
There you go. Okay, get that.
Alright.
Fight our way through.
One of these days when we're on time, we'll be around here and make up for you on camera.
Only this. Alright, right here. Queer leaflet.
We should not assume that it's queer.
Queer means odd or strange.
I know.
Yes, it was used as a pejorative against people at one time. It still kind of
Cupcake's
is, but
digging.
we're taking it back. What?
Cupcake's digging at the fence.
No, she's not. She's standing right there, in the middle of the yard.
Right here.
Sonny barking like a ding dong?
I don't know.
Well, did anything tickle your fancy? Well, good sir. Let's try this. Does this tickle your fancy? The leaflet. See the wealth of knowledge in the hands of your children? It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nalpthal, so what? God, son of a lesson studied. I find it hard to believe that one among the order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Tribone and let us see what Sister Orkin makes of it. And then Thancred walks off. He vanishes. And then I'm going to teleport. Because I don't want to run that far. I run for cake and ice cream, and that's about it.
And pie.
And pie. And booty. that's gonna be... Yeah, up. We gotta go up.
Yeah, that's okay.
This way. Where are you going?
Up!
I'll go. Okay, we're going different ups. You're going. I'm going up UPS and you're going FedEx. You're going the wrong way. You're on the other side. Oh wait, no, it is down. What the tarnation?
Yep.
All right, I guess it's over here. Oh.
Say what the termination?
What? I'm in Texas. Yes.
It's like when McDonald's had those cups that said all tuckered out, and people were like, "I don't understand what that means."
How do you not?
It's like,
Go
hello,
down.
come to Texas.
Go towards now. Turn right. Go forward. Nope, not that door. Nope. Turn right.
This over?
There you go. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor of this day? Read this. Read, bitch. This is blasphemous. These are not the teachings at all. This is not made by any true brother or sister of the order, and that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued with missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? Maybe. The plot thickens. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to this deception. There is no doubt and irony in there somewhere, but I suspect we all have worthy adversaries in our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard that we have what we have learned here. And he vanishes.
Items repaired.
IR what?
Okay, maybe it's better.
Posing as priest to think. These troubled notions aside, it is gratifying to be able to finally move this investigation forward. Thank you once again. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, more so now. Oh, that's why it's saying it's not as good. Skip it. Okay, well, you know what? I already know to get the silver pieces this time. I'm afraid I've not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp. Giving me some cause to doubt them, but unless we can identify this culprit, and soon more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets, bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Catherine and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor.
So you're making fun of the poor.
Yep. Fuck them. I dare to hope that this will yield us answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments of for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. This will serve you well. You have served very well. You have my thanks. Listen, so as to lay the foundation for the appointment, let's make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at this camp, and we are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments and Isambard lent to us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Okay. Except for there's no way a character that stands like this is gonna be... Yeah. Yeah, this isn't suspicious at all.
I'm missing one somewhere.
Greetings, good madame. Is there aught might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Perhaps you should rejoin your fellows at the pond north of Sandgate. gonna be above me? Probably. I preach the teachings of Azima, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azima is the keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid beneath her light and her divine countenance. Open the heart of the slight needy child, and thou shalt want not till the day of ends. Okay. And you are? Another refugee by look. Because of you, the immortal flames have neither work nor coin for you. Be gone, and see to you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Wow, aren't you all nice? I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, are you? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Okay. Dick.
It's not like you were asking for benefits.
Whee. What is it? God, it's not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Yeah, quite the night for being a nuisance. The camp is a buzz of talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we are unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we are able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate to the east of here. The odds the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in that disguise. Alright.
A year from today.
I remember that.
It actually marks a year since our mask mandate's been lifted in Texas.
Yep. Come on.
Are you up by the chocolate agenda?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready to chocolate somewhere?
Mm-mm. I just figured you could find me from here.
Yeah.
You can't navigate for shit unless there's a chocobo involved.
Actually, I'm out of the camp.
Cool, stay right there. Cinnamon Magnus? What? Yo, this way.
Those boots should give it away that you're not poor.
How? Me standing like this should give it away. Hold on. Social. And we're going to come here to emotes. Expressions. Special. Change photo. I'll put that. Here, how about if I stand like this? If I do this. Or this.
I gotta bring out my little bar like that. I've not set it yet in my hat.
Or that.
Sometimes set my hat out. Yeah, alright, let's go.
Definitely, it would have to be this one.
Alright, let's go. I need to take some time to set up my head. Yeah, I need that bar when I get mine down.
Fine even for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? Yeah, maybe. You look absolutely smashing. Probably dressed for this deception. All that's left then is to wait for a quarry to appear. Can you look at Dodson?
In just a second. I don't have a few more minutes, or there'll be problems really back there.
Oh, you four unfortunate souls. There's no way for men to live. Not at all. Thank you, Ursula. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Naldthal, and I come to offer you succor. The leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of agony. What was that?
Somebody over on the next street over posted a video that somebody's dog is outside crying, and they should let him in.
A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline.
That's in our neighborhood.
On the account that atrocious performance, you would have made a god-awful mummer, August. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I'm only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began and would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder the village at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? What kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule. They're speaking with British accents. They're probably saying schedule of crystal shipments from the Nanawan mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them away to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Bullshit. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence. You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you were not telling me the full story. What made you sell your own people out? Now, talk it! No, it was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell a mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. Sacrifice innocence so you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Ah, not you again! Were you the one leaking the immortal flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it, you liar. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe. Lose your mouth, but no matter, there'll be time enough to learn the truth. Sobby. Eat the crybaby. Catherine, be a dear and take word of the developments of Amphilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still someone out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Okay, we gotta go to the Waking Sands, and I have a ticket.
Me too.
Vesper Bay ticket.
Yeah, somebody like 2 streets over has had their dog go crying all afternoon, and they're complaining about it in the neighborhood group.
Why is the dog outside all afternoon?
They don't know. They said someone needs to bring it in.
No kidding. Get in here, Ding Ding. Come on. Cupcake.
But that might explain why our dogs wanted to be out. They probably heard that puppy crying.
No, our dogs want to be out.
Can I have a cookie before you stay? They're good for more than just video games.
Yeah, good for bacon.
They're good for baking. You may get water.
Your butt is killing me.
My foot!
His foot.
I thought he said his butt.
I hear what? Did I have something on my foot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mommy.
Wait, no, you don't have to go anywhere. The bottle of Tylenol is right there. Look on the island by the Amazon box. By Alexa.
Here, I'll get it. I got it. Is it banana?
Growing pains.
Alright, I'll get it. Okay, oh, Goober.
Gooba.
Okay. I don't know what that was.
You don't need an ice cream sandwich or a cookie.
Who?
Fine.
Oh, I was gonna say me? Oh, I sure do think I need an ice cream sandwich, ma'am.
I'll get some more baking powder. Soda? What's baking soda? That you think messed up?
Is it that, or I need to actually add a little more flour?
Hot flavor was there.
Oh wait! Welcome back, and pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. Well, you've done well to uncover the truth. Many thanks. My thanks to your report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice to say, they will not be willing to part with the information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful resolution of the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment for Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamex and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I will lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamex and bid him to use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamex is to be found at the camp in central Thanalin, a place known as Bonfire. Look for pillar of smoke, and it will become clear. Okay.
Did you have dinner?
No.
The kids have dinner, right?
Their old type Cooper hasn't done it.
Girl type how far? 8. Girl type needs to come eat. She's not feeling well, that's probably why.
Alright. Alright, we're going this way. I think I know what we're unlocking.
I think I know what we're unlocking too here. Before that, pick something that you'd like to eat.
It's right there.
Later. That requires some prep.
Oh, from Arby's?
Yeah, you want that or something?
I don't care really.
I just want a good chicken sandwich. I like Arby's.
I mean, I guess I can do... I could do the buffalo chicken sandwich, no lettuce.
Could you pause your mic for a minute so you can yell the girl type to come eat? Would you like the meal or just a sandwich?
Don't care. Apparently I've been muted for a bit.
Wait, why were you muted?
Because remember, I don't think I muted it when I called it Autumn.
You need to get better at that.
I do need to get better at that.
Sorry for the mute.
Muted to call the daughter and...
Turned the camera off while she ate and forgot to unmute.
Yep. Welcome back.
We are terrible at this.
I trust your visit to the bonfire proved faithful. Fruitful. Yeah, here. Take your knife. Remarkable difference a single piece of material can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired. I just need to be like a level 20 crafter. But one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I'm sure you're aware, the quality of one's equipment can make the difference between victory and defeat. Material may give you the edge you need, so make sure your ally. Now it's time to discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you're ready to begin. Oh, it's an item level 24 bow I have. That's an item level 18, so I will use that later. Lord of Inferno, Ifrit! Yep. Word has arrived at Thancred concerning your ongoing investigation. It appears that he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that it was due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture an Amalja responsible for the abduction, so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. Use the Amalja to anticipate the other fierce resistance. The Immortal Flames have requested your support. I would have you provide it to them, Catherine. Thancred is presently attending another matter, but will join you as soon as he's able to. Until such time as he does, you'll be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you, save some for him, such as confidence in you and confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray, take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant regarding the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Oh, shoot.
Over here, there's a mender where I'm standing if you want to mend before you go.
Yeah, might as well. Ba-doop. Oh, what? What, doggy?
Are you my favorite gaming puppy? Are you my favorite gaming puppy?
She's a gaming puppy.
She is. Look at her. She's a beautiful girl.
She's just laying there, though. She's not being gaming anything. Repair here. Oh, I don't need to repair. Cool.
Alright. Where are we going?
Right here. Can't dry bone within dry bone. Okay. Hush, doggy. Flame Sergeant! Yes, Flame Sergeant! Your Catholic Cross Scions, my thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on your mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizardmen aren't aware of that their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, they'll spring the trap. Owing the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we request the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much more of the Amalja plot. If the mission succeeds, Catherine, let's make sure it does. Yep, we're gonna do this. Oh yeah. That's not a door.
You ready?
Yep. Alright, we gotta go to Talia too for that other quest. So, alright. Double banger.
That's what she said.
God, it's always raining here. I think this would be a desert.
Why am I tired already? It's only 8 o'clock.
Because you're a mama.
I slept in this morning until 8:30.
Yeah, your body doesn't know what to do with that.
Yeah. It's like it's not 7 o'clock.
If it's the halls of Tali you seek, speak no further. Permit me to tell you something. This place name comes from the ancient tongue, Halatali, meaning the land of many shadows. It is here that our distant ancestors first settled, and you have not come all the way for a listen to history. Listen, you do not hear the howls of growls. You do not feel how they shake the very earth beneath you. The sounds are the work of no wind, my friend, but the rumbling doing of many shadows. They are the calls of Halatali. For now the beast once kept the Colosseum lurk here, and there is no gentle beast broken by the hand of man. No, there are those within that even the might of the immortal flames cannot tame. From the look of you, you must be Catherine. I have received word from Kendrick that you might be along. By this recommendation, I grant you leave to enter freely. I only pray that you're able to find your way out. Alright. So that part, that's done. Right there. Oh man, I looked the wrong part. Okay, we went the wrong way. We gotta go this way. But we have unlocked another dungeon. I'm trying to remember what level we unlock challenges. Challenge log. I will unlock it eventually. Boom. What the hell is going on?
I have no clue.
Those kids are being weird.
That's because they're our kids. And to top it off, they're homeschooled, so they're extra weird.
Homeschooling doesn't make you weird automatically. We just have not met many that are not weird.
No, okay, you're right. It's because they're unschooled.
No, that's because they're our kids.
They're watching something. No, they're loud because they're our kids.
Yeah. Oh,
That's a joke.
yeah.
Well, this guy again.
This dick. His hair looks like a dick. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good, make our move as soon as I mauled you up here. Yes, sir.
So the
Whoa!
Amalja is one of the beast tribes, and as you
What is the
go,
meaning of this?
you'll see multiple beast tribes, and one of them will become your favorite.
Wait, something's amiss. What's your favorite beast tribe?
I like the elephant people from the new expansion.
Oh.
Mostly because she wears a muumuu that looks really comfortable. Her muumuus look really comfortable.
And he's just laughing. Our frigid ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. These faces creepy. Ah, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat away, I have an appointment to keep. They're all yours.
I felt her on here for a minute. Boy type child. Boy type child.
There's your arch lights off.
Yeah, and you just don't know. Get food sign.
I'll get him. I feel like that guy's like off the sidelines, outside of the zone, cheering on the Amalja.
I remember how you need to have to fight.
All put your weapons up, or your commands a dead man. Behind you! And sleep. That's for Hypno. Shit hits hard. Brain her. Oh, I know where this is gonna go. The rest of you march. Traitor scum. Okay. Click ahead. I fear the Mulder mean to give us their gods an offering. If I must die, let me die a soldier's death with steel in hand. Oh, yep, full of embers.
Alright, go turn the light on. Over the garage so we can see how it's over.
Wait. I have no idea what she's watching.
Go peek in.
No.
I think he's in there with him. I think they're watching something. It's probably that Turning Red movie. Can I run my teeth?
Want tea? Did you get a drink of that or no?
Yes. I didn't get myself a drink because I didn't have any Coke Zero. And it's too late for that. But I can have my tea.
Alright.
Our food will be here, but we can do this by the time our food's here. It should be done.
Yep. Alright, so we're doing what's called a trial. Trials are... They're organized like a full party raid, where there's a boss that we have to fight as a group. Mostly there are 4 people, and they have to do with the story in some way. You don't get loot for doing normal trials. You only get loot for doing the extreme version of the trials. So.
But you have to do the trials to progress in the MS kit.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Tank. No, Tank! No!
Do you want to taste this? It's orange blossom.
The fuck did you just give me? It looks like piss and tastes like weird.
It's orange blossom herbal tea. Herbal iced tea by Lipton. It has no actual tea in it.
Come in. Alright, other DPS. Oh, come on.
But you tried it, so that's what counts. And you didn't like that one. I'm gonna get the lemon one next.
Come on. Stop that. It's a little psycho. What the hell is this shit? You know, the other people in Duty Finder are like probably going, what the fuck as well? Oh, for God!
It's DPS too.
You'd think they'd be the first, like, they'd just be thank you! Oh.
Olive.
Lord of the Inferno, hark to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. I always have to rhyme a little.
So, Dr. Susie.
Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. There's Ifrit.
Toss your mic and answer this. I'm pretty sure it's DoorDash. Toss your mic.
Oh, my Ifrit grand savages, we know not your godhead. Hold on one second. Ah, these people are not going to be too happy about this.
They're supposed to bring it to the door. That's the point of DoorDash.
Yeah, well, we're going to just call you up, Dash. He's not out there.
You want to call him back?
Yes.
Here.
One moment.
I'm on it.
Keep going, keep going.
Holy house.
Go to my call off.
Bring those two as well. Ah. None but servants of the Lord Ifrit may behold the right of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you! Pitiful child of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions feed me flames with your faith, and those who stand against us shall burn. Roar. I will get him in a second. No. O mighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread, and they're all acting weird. Impossible. By what source do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that's the only explanation.
It looks like he had another stop before us. So it looks like he's at that stop.
Then why'd you call me? Or did he just tell you that?
Yeah.
Come on! Cookie!
Yeah, it's the same address I have on my account, dude.
What is he saying?
He keeps saying, take the address. I sent me somewhere else.
Forsooth, thy frail mortal flame can serve as vessel of blessing but one, yet I smell not the taint of another upon ye. The truth of thine alliance waxeth clear, and thou art God's blessed number. The paragons warned of thine apparent kind existence not be suffered. Alright. Now we'll fight Ifrit. Tank's gonna hold him. What do we got? Oh, we got a Marauder. They don't have Warrior yet. And we have a Ninja. Now we gotta kill that nail that just came in here, because if we don't, the next ability he's gonna use will auto kill us if it's still up. Usually doesn't have a whole lot of hit points, so as long as everyone's paying attention, it's fine. That little symbol right there means he's immune. He's standing in shit.
I was.
Pray forgiveness, my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalaja zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Phew. I see the Bloodsworn waste no time extracting their captives, no less than I expect from the Flame General's handpicked men. As those two... I accidentally clicked something. I feel an employee apology, and I know the mission would prove so dangerous I've never let you face alone. You've been given a venerable baptism by fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybones, shall we say? This way, sir. So that was a mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was.
Are you unmuted?
Yeah. The readings are... Yeah.
Okay.
I'm unmuted. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking old done interference into account. You should know better than to rely on 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Now we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court we have ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. You've wasted enough time here. The meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that this area is aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by the adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but it's a consideration for another time. You've been given a task that is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do so, my lord commands. And I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With others like that, beware the woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. as well listen.
You know, I'm not going to blame the Dasher for this because the app's been messing all week.
Yeah, I know.
And it was down for a couple days.
There you are. Come rest a while. A while, you will have no better opportunity after witnessing their gods in ignominious defeat. The Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath for a time at least. Now, where are we? Ah, yes, as in the process of apologizing, I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the some cannot be set of their minds, for once a man is tempered. Ah, but it still suits me to dwell in the negative amidst our misfortunes. There is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, nor that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. And Philly will be proud beyond all the reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tides with her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the waking sands. When you're good and ready, we can discuss the matters in more detail. Then just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. And then we go off to the waking sands again. And we're using our ticket. They still refuse to give us an ether right there.
Really? You're going to get on the chair even though it's all the way over there?
Yep, she is. She loves that damn chair. That dog really loves that chair.
Do you like your chair? It's the kids' chair. She'll be over here in a minute because you're going to have french fries.
Yes. Curly first?
Yes.
Excellent.
I'm not a monster.
Sometimes. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Danker told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the solar giving his full report to Lady Manphilly. You should join them at once. Lady Manphilly is most eager to see you. Oh, is she now? What does she want of me? Oh, wait, I know. My late arrival nearly cost Catherine her life. I wasn't there when Amalja took her prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Ifrit? Ifrit? I don't know. Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived, but that doesn't excuse the fact that she should never have had to face the dangers alone. I failed her utterly. Just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... I'm back. Oh, it's good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I just finished regaling Manphilly with your heroic exploits. Thacker has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had cause to fear, and now we can put pay to our long investigation. Yep, hold on 1 second. Hey, don't do that.
Don't bark.
Don't do that. Hey, you're not getting pregnant.
Should be 2 chicken sandwiches, curly fry, and a salad.
More drink.
There should have been. Would you like me to put in?
Double check the order, make sure it included the drink. But then, yeah.
Yeah, I got you the meal and removed lettuce.
No drink, though. There's no drink.
do this. Then we get help.
Missing items. Son of a bitch. Whoa! I almost fell.
Sit on my food.
I almost fell. Ugh. Okay. We suspect the Amalgam took both the robbery and the abduction with the aim of summoning the primal. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar instances have been rife in both Limsa, Lamessa, and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals will consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain them. The likes of Ifrit, nay, he and his kind require more concentrated sources of ether, crystals. For this reason, that include involved crystals can be traced back to the primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abduction. To understand this, you must first understand how primal was born. When all is well, the world primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of Aether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers, worshippers. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their gods become. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades into his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. The distinctive power you possess, the Echo. We know not why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is though a great power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begins to see why. Yeah, because you couldn't just fucking tell me. A recent incidents all share the common trait, meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, for one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concerns, my presiding feelings on this one of relief is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assure me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite. You may be sure it won't last long. Once people learn of the identity of the hero who held Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Yeah, well, that's because you guys suck. Mother, she tend to have known when feeling neglected to tell you something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. Yeah. What the hell? Concerning the tempering abductees that were rescued, I'm sorry to report they're all to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included, needless to say, the information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there are any other. Of course, when once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence leads strength to primal he cannot choose to but worship. And so we silence continue our fight. No more innocents need to be sacrificed. I hope that you'll continue to stand with us. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffer. Till next time. Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye, Papa Waters. God forgive me, how many more lives Louis Schwab would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better, I have to be stronger. What are you giving her?
Lettuce off my salad.
What the hell?
She's chewing it too.
You're on the
We'll
making.
get our mission while we eat.
Alright, we'll be back in a moment.
Because you can cut that intermission down, right?
Yep.
Oh, cut thing.
And we have returned. Sorry about that. Alright, so, until very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way into Eorzea. But your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of the envoy. Therefore, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Ida and Papalino that the Scions would benefit from your aid, and no sooner you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time. You won the fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, and you'll soon discover. We have guests, or rather you have guests. Beg pardons. Ah, Lady Memphilia, radiant as ever. I'm given to understand that the Scions of St. Dawn have but recently welcomed you here in their midst. I'm here on behalf of the Maelstrom Grand Company of Untitled to offer set here a place of honor within our ranks. As you see, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of grand companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane of its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would have not ordinarily gone such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Captain Steve spread so quickly that the Immortal Flames should know of her triumph is to be expected, but what of the other grand companies? Eep. Well, I started in Gridania, so... Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Cross. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can face primal, emerge of victory. And imagine our pride when we learn that you beginning your journey as an adventurer on Gridania. Know that the people hold you in high esteem, that you will always be welcome among us. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant women such as you. Join our strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. With a pleasure to finally meet you, Mistress Cross. My comrades speak of you in most glowing terms. A woman of your talent belongs to the Immortal Flame. Join your strength to ours together, and together we secure a prosperous future for Ulda. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you had the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we would want you in a maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa in the shores of glory.
You don't pick one yet.
Lady Memphilia. Nope. Very well. Though I'm quite sure you need no reminding me, half the summary of the situation would help clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the grand companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently three such organizations: the Eorzea Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of Twin Adder of Kidani, and the Immortal Flames of Ulda. Serving a grand company means serving the nation which it belongs to. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing the cause. In return for faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may prove useful to you in your endeavors. If you're agonizing over which grand company best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you choose to shift your allegiance to a later date, you are entitled to do so, and yet I can see there is no small choice in your face. Ah, I thought it occurred to me. You will, of course, recall that three city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceeding, I am given to understand the leader of each grand company will deliver the address. Hearing these addresses might ought help you make an informed decision. That what say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You're wise, you're beautiful, milady. Very well. Let Catherine hear the words of the speaker and return here with her decision. Oh boy.
Let's just go there so you win.
Yeah, I'm going to. We eagerly wait your answer. Because really, this has no bearing on anything other than PvP.
And cool gear. Because I'm with the flame are my main, and I got like a little bray and some mittens.
I know full well adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed and not best suited for disciplinary military service. I strongly urge you to join a grand company. Nonetheless, while the promised reward is exciting in itself, it is not the only benefit. You're possessed of great power, and with that, you're capable of doing untold good. Yet, with that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one woman in the midst of a grand company. However, you will be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement.
Is she trying to get in his room?
I don't know what she's trying to do.
His room cracking.
No, she's sitting on that thingy.
Oh.
Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue relying on your aid. The 12, now that we will have need of it days ahead. Grand companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be affilled more often in the future. As such, I have you carry the link pearl with you at all times. Will allow you to stay in touch regardless of location.
Girl type Cooper.
Eorzea is changing, and you have the power to help shape it anew.
Can you pause and write for a moment and yell to girl type?
No one can say what tomorrow will bring us so long as we believe in ourselves that there is not we can achieve. Now is the time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataro. She'll apprise you as to where and when the remembrance service will be taking place. Yeah.
Unmute. She's dressed anyway, so she's fine. Did you unmute?
Yeah.
Autumn, when you're done feeding your cat, please get a towel and whatever you need out of my room and go take a shower. Are you getting water?
Sorry for all the attention you're getting. I might have sung your praise a little too loudly and often and too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue literally if necessary. Anyways, I expect you want to know where the remembrance service are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of 3 services. The Elder seats here, Kane Senna, will deliver her address at Miketo's amphitheater. You'll probably mention this point due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties. It's possible that the order of services might have changed. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania first call. Next, we'll need to go to Little Duh, where the Flame General Raul Alden will be addressing the masses, and the Royal Promenade. Oh, and rumored there's be special guests. How exciting. Last but not least, you need to make your way to the stateroom of Limsa Laminsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Meryl Weeb MB will be moving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Xanthil, and he'll meet you. Got all that? Well, off you go. I hope you find the remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though you need not. With your record of impeccable timing and luck, your schedule may well change in favor of preferred travel plans. Farewell. Okay, so let's go to Gridania. Let's just.
I've already did that part. I've already picked plans. Hey, what do you got? No food in your room? Put all those cookies back. You do not need a stack of cookies.
That is a lot of cooking.
1 cookie, get a towel, and whatever you need to take a shower.
Okay, so now we're going to go to the Miki Amphitheater. Okay.
I lost my son to the calamity. The 3 seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
What are you doing, child? Okay.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol. Do you not agree?
Please, we're going to tell all in Mommy's room and give you whatever else you need.
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed. Each waking hour, a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the highways without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children.
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the forest.
All the elementals!
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler.
You think they would have gone back
They
and
changed his voice actor, didn't they?
Yeah, and hers. Do you think they would have come back and redubbed,
You might
but
call
they
us
didn't.
students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
God, his voice actor right here is so bad. The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have contended with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being a naturally warlike disposition and want to summon their bloodthirst to primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with Gridanians until recently, at least. Alas, they have grown aloof and changed observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Rama. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. Though they clash with Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood and by the power of the elementals will put an end to their woes, yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their... What is she looking at? Spurred by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later, it will come to all-out war, and then it goes. The Order of Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable venture prove to them, then? Well, perhaps we'll find out if Elder Seatsier's words are on fertile ground. Their outfits are terrible here. Dandelion. into the Chamber of Rules. And
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Roban as well.
He's a manly man.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana,
God, these
I
guys talk
beseech
so
you,
much.
line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah, As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people!
Ja, for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Oh, please don't. Is she gonna talk now?
People of Ul'dah, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
The Holdons have a long history of conflict and knowledge of the beast tribe that worship the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I see you've encountered them. The Holdons do not shy away from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So they have dealt with Ifrit have they dealt with Ifrit thus far? Smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet, he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quite these past 5 years, the Guardians have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will be very finite. Which brings us back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amaldur are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Ul'dah send their forces to smite the primal, and even though they invariably succeed, each victory is brought with blood. It's a war of attrition they cannot well sustain. Small wonder then that the immortal flames are eager to recruit more members. In such a disparate hour of adventure, your experience will be most welcome addition to their ranks. Okay. Chapter 1, and we have one more of Limso Laminso. Because we have to go through every damn procession.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Do you need a towel?
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken
Come here.
unto me. Look upon this, our mighty
Go to my room.
crimson
Get a
standard,
towel if you need
and
to
tell
use
me
it.
your hearts
Yeah,
do not
if you want.
swell with pride.
Go! Get a t-shirt and a towel. And whatever else you need over there. Shut the door when you get in there. Shut the door. And turn on the light.
"700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must
Always
say.
talking about their standards.
The
the
crimson
flag
field
fetish.
is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
She's like Sheldon from the flags.
When the
Open door.
Guardian Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom
everything you
standard,
needed?
and
Yeah.
our grand company
You see,
was
come over here.
reborn.
Where'd you get?
All answered the
right,
call,
where, like,
from the Knights
for
of the
no reason.
Barracuda to
That's
Hilthier's
alright.
bloody
I like to sleep.
You don't get
executions.
to clean
And
cloth.
together, we met
What's
our
that?
would-be
Sure.
conquerors upon the field of Cartino.
Hi, puppy.
You can go that way if you want.
I'm gonna school over the puppy.
That
Alright,
day,
scoot over.
the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa
Wash your hair, okay?
Lominsa.
Mommy and Daddy are gonna go to bed soon, so we'll come check you in
I
and tell you
swear
good
to you,
night.
no army ever fought harder or with more courage.
Love you.
Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck.
Oh, here we
5
go.
long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the cunning
There's
tempest.
so much not even
Mark ye
exposition.
well, a crew without
bullshittery.
unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea,
Are we having
gather
tornado
beneath
warning?
the undying
We're gonna get a
crimson
tornado
standard and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom.
Also, we need to make sure you charge the ball.
And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
It was just weird. Alice, I look like she's like half stupid, looking off. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Lumsa is played by two beast tribes. First is a fish like Sahagin, which was a primal leviathan. Second are kobolds, which dwell beneath the earth and take the primal titan for their god. As the beast tribes' presence weren't troublesome enough, the Guardians have also chosen to erect a fortress right in Lumsa's backyard. And that is to say, not for an eternal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood infused between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Guardians whet their blades and watch. If the Limentians have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched in deeper shades of crimson ere long.
Are you okay?
That was capable of venture like you would have been a valuable addition to the crew is beyond question.
Do you have water?
Yeah, they just have Alice standing there like an idiot. This is Nymphilia, are you well? I hope. Would I be correct in thinking the final remembrance service is now concluded? A moment ago, you say. What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember the guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, they would not keep them in suspense any longer. Necessary in short, hurry back. Okay, which means I'm now going to use my Ifrit ticket.
Can you go check their water?
I'll check it in a minute. Okay. Welcome back. We're Grand Company leaders' words as unlimiting as I had hoped. Each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why our services are in such demand. Would there to be more of you? But you must be tired of your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray, give the Grand Company offers your answers.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep.
We have to clutch the button.
The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies, as though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alizé, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say, we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
They're more annoying in this than they are.
My lady!
We are to escort you!
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
They're only teenagers. Alright, so I started Gridania. I'm gonna take the Gridania. Stripping officer. Here we go. I take it Elder Seats here forces to touch your heart. Have you resolved to entwine your destiny with twin adders? Yep. If you chosen them wisely, my friend, the Elder Seats here will be overjoyed. Without further ado, let us speak of practical matter. In order to complete the enrollment procedure, you must report to the Adder's Nest. Accept.
I will pick up after you get to the other thing.
I dare say you know it well from your wanderings. In your Gridania, give your name to the person, officer, and he will guide you through the formalities. I have no doubt but that these will bring you great honor to the order. When next we meet in Gridania, I shall be proud to call you sister. Yep, okay, cool. And return. Now, to get there, I'm going to turn this all the way over here. Okay, because this is the Adder's Nest Hall. Personnel officer. You are come to the Adder's Nest headquarters of the Order Twin Adder. Ever do we welcome they who toil in the elementals, named for good of our forest nation. I believe you're expecting me. Ah, the great adventurer herself. Yes, our recruitment officer sent word that you're on your way, and it was a pleasure and an honor to both welcome you to our ranks, friend. Now let me gather together relevant documentation. Sir. What is it? Report. It's urgent request message from Amaresis Spire, sir. A high wind skyways airship has taken fire from the Imperial forces in the skies over the East Shroud. The vessel's engines are crippled, sir, and it was forced to make an emergency landing southwest of the Nine Ives. Nine Ives? God, this could have come at a worse time, but a handful of our forces are presently afield dealing with the Ixal. I know full well you have not yet formally inducted to our ranks, but we have an urgent need of your aid. In all likelihood, the airship was bearing civilians, and the reports are accurate. You have come down dangerously close to Gridania occupied territory. Please make all haste to the area southeast of the Nine Ives, locate the airship, and ascertain the status of the passengers. Yep, okay, more shit that I can do that, that you can do that I can do. Yeah, none of this will be open until I do this, really. So once we do this quest and finish it, it's going to open up our ability to get these marks or scripts, as they're called. Yeah, seals. And we get them doing fates and various things. So what these people, the personnel officer, if I turn them into him, I can increase my rank. The quartermaster right here, this is, and this guy, this has to do with free companies right here, so we don't worry about them. But the rank, pretty much, I turn in seals to him, and he'll like, and he'll increase my rank, and then he will, eventually he'll give me a quest to do to get the next rank. But pretty much what the seals are, see, we have private 3rd class, 2nd class, 1st class, and corporal. So once I do turn in enough, I'll start here, and then once I turn enough seals, I'll get here, and so forth, and I'll have a quest to unlock these right here. Sergeant 3rd, 2nd, 1st class, and sergeant. And then once I'm down here to lieutenant, there's some special stuff to do with them I'll talk about kind of later. But pretty much, depending on your rank, it will give you access to weapons for pretty much every class except for like the samurai, red mage, gunbreaker, dancer, sage, and reaper. Those are the only classes that don't have a weapon available to them in here. Armor, though, that is, you can come in here and get the armor, so long as you roll. See, it just pretty much, it looks like their armor that they're wearing. But the important thing is to hear the materials. You need some of these things here for level 40 to 50 recipes for crafting, as you see. Also, this is where we would come to get more aetheryte. Not aetheryte, I mean glamour crystals. One of the ranks allows us to get glamour crystals. See, glamour prisms right here for 200, and that's a good way of stocking them up relatively cheaply. But over here we also have the hunt board. We'll unlock this. We've already kind of unlocked it right here. Pretty much it's going to tell you what marks you can do. There's several levels of it. You accept it, it'll put an item into your bag and you'll see this, but see, it'll tell you these are the monsters and how many, and this is the zone. We'll click on open map to give you kind of picture of where it is, and then what you'll get for killing all those. You also get some experience points for doing that, so this is a decent way of helping out with the experience. Company chest, this is for your grand company. If you're in a grand company and they give you access to it, you can get items or deposit items. Pretty much think of like a guild bank if you're a WoW fan. So that's this area. Other than that, we are going to be done for tonight. We have some morning stuff to get to, unfortunately. So Tuesday, we'll come back Tuesday night for some Bloodborne. We'll pick up where we left off there. I think it was like the 15th or 16th. No, like the 31st death, something like that. And then we'll come back to Final Fantasy on Thursday or Thursday. Anything else? No?
No, I have no.
Alright then. Well then, I am going to say good night, everybody, and be safe and have fun.